This is Co-op Chronicles, episode 73. Welcome back to Co-op Chronicles. This is episode 73. As always, I am Pint-Sized Geisha, and I have Blacklabel.
That is me.
And Azzilee.
Hello.
And today's episode is...
We're going to be talking about the echoes from the other side, the haunting of Hales Bar Dam.
Hales Bar Dam. You know what we didn't do? We didn't
do
do scary movies.
I think we've done it before, though,
We've
right?
discussed it, I believe.
I feel like we need to go an in-depth of a scary movie.
What makes a scary movie good?
I swear, because we talked about like psychology or the psychological and then the slasher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you get your mouth away from smacking on the mic? You're just like...
It's ghettos.
How was the week? I know we asked this, or Vic asked this yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Good?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We did an episode with him.
Mm-hmm.
We did.
It was a
We
game.
played a board game.
Board game.
We did.
Is it a board game or is it a card game?
Card game?
Perhaps both.
Yeah, because it did have some boards,
Mm-hmm.
right? The little level thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
House of Danger. Or
House of Madness.
No, House of Dangers.
House of
Okay.
Dangers.
Yes.
What is... Oh, Mansion of Madness is the one I'm thinking about.
Yeah. But we did that.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty fun.
Yeah. Weather's been pretty crappy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is our last spooky episode.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Unless we do our podcast on Saturday instead of Sunday, because
No.
then we could do it on Halloween.
Friday.
On Friday instead of Sunday, because then we could be on Halloween.
Yeah, we could. It would be the finale.
The Halloween
We
finale.
we could do a movie one. Maybe we'll do that. We'll see what happens. But yeah, you want me to get into this? So I know we have a busy weekend today, or Azzilee has a busy day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. All right.
I'm just chilling.
All right. So there are rivers carved through rock,
Mm-hmm.
and then there are rivers that carve through souls.
Ooh, spooky.
In the rolling valleys of Tennessee, the Tennessee River winds past a crumbling giant, an abandoned dam that haunts, but it hums even when the turbines no longer spin. Locals say if you stand by the water after midnight, you can hear whispers rising from below the surface, like the river itself is trying to confess to you about something. Yes.
Is it the lady in white that hangs by a river?
No, it's the river that wouldn't stay quiet, ma'am.
La Llorona.
The place is called Hales Bar Dam.
Hells?
Hales Bar Dam.
Yeah, I'm saying Hales, but it's House. Sorry.
Hales Bar.
Hales. House.
Hales Bar.
Hales Bar Dam.
Oh, bar. Hales Bar.
Yes. The first major hydroelectric dam ever built across the Tennessee River. It was meant to tame a stretch of water that had been swallowing boats and men for centuries. But from the moment construction began in 1905, everything about it felt wrong. Workers died in a sudden accident. Equipment failed for no reason. The locals, especially the Cherokee descendants in the region, warned that the dam was built on a cursed ground, however you want to say it. According to legend, the site sits on a land once promised to Chief Dragging Canoe, who swore a blood curse against anyone who tried to take it. The river, they said, would never rest easy after that. So when the dam opened in 1913, it should have been a triumph, a monument to progress, Instead, the floodgates groaned, the walls cracked, and workers started hearing voices echoing through the tunnels. They thought it was water rushing through stone until voices called them by name. Over the decades, engineers tried patching leaks that never sealed. Families living nearby reported glowing lights drifting over the surface and shadows moving inside the empty control room. The Tennessee River kept reclaiming lives. Boats capsized in the calm water. Divers vanished in the turbine chambers. And one by one, the locals started whispering that the dam had a pulse. Ladies, if you were one of the early workers during this event and started hearing your own name echoing from a dark tunnel, would you keep working or run for your life?
I would keep working.
Yeah, I need that paycheck.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
about to say. I was like,
say,
it depends on the
I
times.
need the monies.
Yeah, I'm sure they have families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably were just like, yeah, this is creepy, but I gotta do it.
Yeah. Do you think that a place can actually remember the violence done to it, like it's holding a grudge against whoever tries to control it?
Yes.
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 Pet Cemetery.
Energy has to go somewhere.
Yeah. I hear. Is that the
That's
television?
That's the television.
Oh. So, again, the cursed. Why do I keep saying? Is it cursed or cursed?
I think
Curse.
it depends on how you say
How
it.
you say it. So the cursed construction. I really should tell them to turn that down. Oh, whatever. They say concrete remembers pressure, and if that's true, Hales Bar remembers pain. When the Tennessee Electric Power Company broke ground on the dam in 1905, they were building something that the world has never seen before. It wasn't just a power plant. It was a promise to modernize the South. But to the men who worked there, it felt less like progress and more like a punishment, considering what's going on around them. So the dam's construction site sat on the Cherokee, or what the Cherokee called the Restless River, a place so unpredictable it was blamed for centuries of drownings. The ground beneath it wasn't solid rock; it was limestone. Isn't there a thing where they talk about how limestone can, like, it's how do you say it's connected to a bunch of hauntings and stuff like that?
Is it?
I think
I've
so.
never heard that.
You've never heard that before?
No.
Can you fact check that for me?
Yeah.
ma'am?
I don't want to click too much.
Is limestone connected to hauntings or something? I don't know. I feel like it is. I swear I've heard this before. Checking.
Limestone is often associated with hauntings due to stone type theory, which suggests that certain stones, including limestone, can preserve memories of past events. The theory is that the traumatic events can be imprinted on materials, allowing for playback of the events under specific conditions.
I was correct. So it was limestone, full of cracks, caves, and underground streams. Engineers warned it couldn't be sealed. Like, there was no way to do this. But money, obviously, and pride overruled logic. You know, if you got money, you think you can do anything.
Yeah.
Almost immediately, things went wrong. Explosions misfired. Workers fell into sinkholes that swallowed them whole. Whole scaffolds collapsed without warning. It got so bad that the locals started avoiding the area entirely, claiming that they saw stray lights over the construction site and heard chanting near the riverbanks at night. Yeah. By 1907, the dam had already claimed dozens of lives. No official records exist of the exact number. Many were immigrant laborers, their names lost to time, and some were crushed in concrete pours. Others drowned when unstable foundations collapsed. So it just, all around,
A bad time.
It was not a good, it wasn't even a good plan. They needed a project manager, and it was not projecting.
They did have one, but he was like, oh, superstition. That's dumb. You know what's real? Money.
Money. You know what's going to fill my belly?
Yeah.
Money. Even the engineers weren't immune. One man, Thomas Cartwright, reportedly fell into the dam's foundation and was never recovered.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So he was just like, oh,
Okay, bye.
whatever, guys.
So not only is the ground cursed by tribes, but
Yeah.
also
People
haunted by
in
all of
concrete.
the deaths.
Yeah, there's just concrete. Yeah, there's people just in there.
Just living their life in there.
Workers swore they could still hear him pounding from the inside of the wall days later until the concrete hardened. That's crazy. Even the engine. Sorry, I just said that. The company brushed it all off as superstition, but the deaths continued, and each new body added to the whispers. So basically, every time somebody died, there was just a new soundtrack playing on the river.
I guess.
Yeah. So imagine.
That's so sad.
I know. So imagine one of these workers knowing people were vanishing into concrete I don't know. How would you feel about walking down the catwalk near these walls?
Knowing that there's bodies underneath
knowing
it.
that there's people that are in the concrete.
Not good.
I wonder, well, that's how Paris is. Underneath Paris is all catacombs.
But they weren't killed there. They were just placed there because of all the flooding that
That's
happens
true.
in Paris.
Yeah.
That's true. I wonder if there's bodies under Seattle. You know how Seattle, the
old
original Seattle burned down?
Could be.
Yeah, maybe. There's
Maybe
probably
homeless
some
people.
Yeah. There's I believe in Vegas there's the underground old Vegas where people like underneath it. There's homeless people live there.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I read something on that, a documentary. I seen pictures. It was
That's terrifying.
Interesting.
It was intriguing, yeah.
We should go do the underground Seattle haunted tour.
Why? Why do you want
I
to
always
put
wanted to
yourself
do
into
it.
danger?
It's not dangerous.
It's
just
history.
History. Exactly.
Okay. All right. That's cool. That's cool. Whatever.
All right, dude.
Yeah, it's history where hauntings are.
No.
It's not haunted.
She just said the underground haunting
The underground haunting tour.
Tour.
Whatever.
It's all speculation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Do you think there's a line where a place stops between cursed and just becomes alive?
What?
No,
No?
I don't think so. Because it's always going to be hearsay. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
As if the river's alive or it's just cursed.
Yeah,
River.
it's hearsay.
Mm.
I don't know. I believe in river spirits and stuff.
I mean,
No, I'm not saying it's not real, but
We just watched Spirited Away.
Yeah.
So,
The Kohaku River.
The Haku River, yeah.
Yeah.
So, by the time Hales Bar Dam neared completion, it wasn't just a construction site anymore. It was a battleground. The Tennessee River had been forced into submission, but it never stopped fighting back. When the floodgates were finally sealed in 1913, engineers celebrated the end of an 8-year project. Considering, I mean, I wonder how many people
8
died
years.
with 8 years.
Yeah.
But within days, cracks began spiderwebbing through the concrete. The limestone beneath the dam shifted like it was breathing, and workers heard hollow knocks from inside the walls, like the earth itself was tapping back.
What's the river called?
Hales.
The
river.
Tennessee River. Every repair made things worse. The dam leaked from everywhere. Water poured through fissures faster than the crews can plug. At night, people in the nearby town said they could hear the water roaring beneath the dam like thunder underground. And sometimes it sounded less like water and more like voices. Local fishermen were among the first to claim they saw something moving under the surface. Like dark shapes gliding against the current. Then livestock began disappearing near the riverbanks. Dogs refused to go near the river at all, or the water at all. Nair. In 1915, 2 maintenance workers vanished during a night inspection during the tunnels. The next morning, search crews found their flashlights, both still on, resting beside the water line. No bodies were recovered. The current should have carried them downstream, but they never surfaced. Locals started calling it the river's revenge. Some believe the dam had disturbed something ancient that once slept beneath the water. Others thought the spirit of the drowned had fused with the current itself, a restless mass of souls, basically like Hercules. If you guys are old and you've watched the cartoon,
Oh, I see the
rivers, yeah.
The rivers of the bodies going round and round.
Yeah, and pulling people down.
Yeah.
That's-
Side note: 112 people died building this river.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
And that's probably not accurate.
That's
too.
like
The
the
Hales
accounted
Bar
body.
Dam?
I just said the Tennessee River. Let's do the
I'm sure there's many
Hales
dams.
Yeah.
bar
Damn.
Hales
dam.
Bar Dam.
Yeah. I'm sure there's no accurate number
No,
to
it doesn't
this.
say.
Yeah. So yeah, to this day, fishermen still claim to see ripples foaming out of nowhere when the wind is just dead. Like there's just
There's no wind, but
like
it's moving.
like the ripples, like the little pools. You know what I mean?
Maybe there's like a siren in the river.
Maybe.
I was just thinking that.
Like, I'm going to eat you.
If you guys were working the night shift in those tunnels and the water started whispering your name, would you look back and be like, "Yo, what up?" Or would you be like,
That's not my name.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
I have
well,
since
that's
changed
not-
my name.
Yes, I
That's
actually
not
just
me.
changed my name today. So, yeah. Do you think places tied to that much death can develop their own kind of consciousness, like the river was getting revenge on whoever caged it? I mean, when it comes to like Native American stuff or like cursed stuff like that, when they, their belief is serious. And so I'm believing what they're saying. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I've seen Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and plus they know their culture more than anybody. So
They're
it's
more
like
in tune with like the
nature,
earth.
yeah. So,
So-
if they say something, that's
Yeah.
I'm believing them.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they're pretty spot on.
Yeah, they know what they're talking
But like
about.
they have to be like legit, you know.
Yeah.
Not just somebody who's just like, I'm gonna curse this place. No, I mean, maybe you have the power in you.
I mean,
don't
that's what
know.
that's what the person did.
Yeah, but that's a chief, right? They're like,
Yeah, they go through like
they
a lot
got
of
a lot of
stuff.
spiritual power in their
Yeah.
tribe, like in their
True.
community.
They get like
you know?
visions and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What's?
want it.
They're,
I mean,
like,
maybe
powerful.
all of them, the whole community has some kind of spiritual power.
Spiritual link with
Yeah.
the universe.
Yeah, I want to look.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
land once they curse it.
Yeah. So, by the 1930s, the dam was no longer just a monument to failure. It was a place people avoided. Even during the day, Hales Bar cast a shadow that felt colder than it should have been. Workers who transferred there, spoke heavily of how heavy the air was, how hard it was to breathe, and the pressure that you were under for some reason. Like there was just a lot of pressure the deeper you went. The Tennessee Valley Authority eventually took over management, determined to make the dam function. They replaced equipment, sealed cracks, and installed new turbines.
Two or two barns.
Turbines.
Turbines.
Two beans.
Toe beans.
But something about the dam resisted them. Machines shorted out for no reason. Tools vanished, and there were footsteps, always coming from behind, echoing through the concrete tunnels. It wasn't long before night guards began refusing their shifts. They claimed to hear voices speaking from outside the generator chambers, deep metallic groans when no power was running. A few said they saw glowing shapes drifting in the turbine rooms, hovering just about around the water. It seems like a lot of people are saying the same thing right there.
Yeah.
But is it mass hysteria?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's hysteria back in the day.
Yeah. One maintenance man described seeing a figure walk through a locked gate. No one around it, not over it, just through it. He quit the next morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I'm good. Another reported hearing a woman crying in the lower tunnels, but then he followed the sound. It moved ahead of him, always a corner further. It was like it was luring him farther and farther into the tunnels.
Trying to get him.
Yep. The dam's history of tragedy only fed the fear. Some swore they saw the spirits of drowned workers pacing along the walls, dripping wet, but leaving no footprints. Others believed that the Cherokee curse was real, that the dam had trapped not just water, but the spirits that guarded the land before it was ever built. Did you know Mom's mom is part Cherokee?
That is what I heard.
Yeah, she is.
I think I did ancestry though, but it's like minimal. It's like less, like 1%. You know,
Yeah.
because I got to round up.
I mean,
probably.
that's what they said when we were young. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
They
do
probably don't know their own history.
Yeah, I do remember though growing up with her. I mean, it was rough for me, but she would always play like these cassettes of like nature sounds and Native American sounds.
Oh,
Yeah, it was interesting.
fascinating. Yeah,
Yes,
I
yes.
don't really remember her a lot.
Very, very interesting. I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Oh,
How the spirits were trapped.
yeah, how the spirits were trapped and how reports of hauntings were so frequent that even the government contractors started including safety personnel.
Ooh.
Yeah, whose job quietly included calming down terrified crews.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like,
That was
I
their
could do
job.
that.
Yeah,
Just go there.
You want
be
some
like,
drinks? You want some shots?
Here's some shots. You're fine. It's okay. Go back to work.
You're gonna make money.
You
You're-
guys are fine.
It's no big deal.
It's no big deal. We're okay.
NBD,
Everybody's
guys.
fine.
Yeah, you go to the.
It's just the sound of the concrete settling. It's just the trick of the
Yeah,
light.
it's
Yeah.
fine.
Go. Why
It's
don't
just the whispers of the water hitting the dam.
What did
Everything is
they call
explainable.
the hooker houses back in the day?
Brothels?
brothel?
Yeah, go to the brothel. You'll be good. Yeah. If I feel like there's a brothel in every town, so I'm sure they would. Go get some love at the brothel.
Oh my goodness.
If you heard someone crying in those tunnels, would you check to make sure they were okay, or just pretend you didn't hear it?
I would
I'd just,
pretend.
bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would pretend I didn't
Because
hear
it's
it.
like when we always talk about like, oh, if you hear a baby crying somewhere, are you gonna go check it out? Absolutely not.
No.
So I'm so sorry, baby. I
Yeah.
gotta go.
I personally, I am upset at your parents.
They're like, where's your parents?
Yeah, how'd they lose you? Because I am
I will
not.
call the police for you, but I will personally not check on you.
Yeah.
Yep. I will yell. I'm getting help.
Yeah.
So
Don't
they
worry.
know.
It'll
So
be
they
Don't
know.
fine.
worry, I'll be back.
Don't curse me. I went to go get help. Do you think hauntings like this are echoes of trauma, or are they something alive, feeding on the fear that people bring in, the hysteria?
Echoes of trauma. What are they called? They're called like the ghost
Digital
scenarios
entity?
that the
Entity?
ghost situations that replay. I don't know what like the word is, but
Echoes.
yeah, there's like a weird word I thought
Terminology
for it.
for it. I don't know.
Or not a weird word, but like
I know what you're talking about. Like it replays their.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a movie?
there was a supernatural episode on it.
I was gonna say there's a supernatural episode about it.
What was that? What was that one movie where? Man, it's so old. I think it has the guy from Scooby Doo in it too, and it's like they die and they become like ghost hunters or ghosts. Something.
Flatline.
Is it called Flatline?
He was in that movie, right?
Oh, I don't know. Flatline is the movie
Matthew.
where they all
The
like
Scooby Doo guy, right?
Yeah, his name is Matthew something, right?
Leonard.
Matthew
something.
Starts
I
with
know
an L.
Don't you have a crush on him?
I do. He's such a good-looking old man. I loved him in Scream.
Yeah.
My dirty duel. Him and Skeet Ehrlich.
All right, we're
Just
gonna
saying.
move on right now. So every haunted place has a heartbeat. For Hales Bar, it's the tunnels, long, narrow, and echoing. They stretch beneath the dam like veins under skin. The deeper you go, the less you hear the river outside, and the more you start to hear something else. The tunnels were originally used for maintenance and drainage. Miles of concrete passage connecting turbine rooms, generators, and emergency exits. But after years of flooding, they became flooded chambers, half submerged and forgotten. Locals say the water never drains completely. It rises and falls on its own like it's breathing. In the early 1960s, a crew entered to survey the tunnel. So this is fairly recent, 60 years ago.
Okay.
For a planned renovation. Within 15 minutes, one of the men started screaming that someone was down there with them. The others swore they saw a handprint slide down inside of the wall, except the walls were dry. So it was like a wet handprint.
Kind of like Titanic.
Yeah. Good reference.
Get what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Those tunnels became the heart of every ghost story told about the dam. Some say you could still hear children's voices echoing inside, and possibly remnants of families who lived downstream when the area was flooded. Others claim they've seen a faint blue glow of lanterns drifting through the water, but the tunnels haven't had power in decades. Paranormal investigators have described sudden temperature drops, whispering that seems to follow them, and suffocating sense of being watched. One group even caught an EVP recording of what sounded like a man muttering, "Still working, can't leave." Yeah.
That's some dedication.
Yeah.
Give that man a raise.
He's like,
Yeah.
I gotta take care of my family.
Yep. His 401k is built.
Yep.
The whispers don't stop when you walk out. Either visitors say they follow you, low, rhythmic, and impossible to forget.
Mm-hmm.
So, ladies, if you were walking through one of those tunnels and heard whispering right behind your ear, would you turn around or just, again, pretend it wasn't there?
I would exit immediately.
Oh, you would just leave.
Just bye.
Yeah, I would pretend I didn't hear it.
But I thought you were like the project manager, like, get back in there. So if you were a worker, though, you'd be like, nah.
If I was a project manager, I'd have my own little office to where you have to come to me.
I know, but you were trying to say you're going to hype them up.
Yeah, they'd have to come to me and be like, "Hey, I heard my name being called in a tunnel. It's fine. It's no big deal.
Okay.
It's your imagination. Here's a
But
beer."
what if would you turn around, though, if you heard it?
I said I'd exit immediately.
Oh.
She would exit immediately.
What
But if she was back in
immediately?
the day, get back to work.
Yeah. What about
Yeah.
you, Az? What would you do?
I would just leave.
Yeah.
Because I would be respectful.
Yeah.
First, depends on the
guess the
times. Is that the
times,
only job I
yeah.
can get?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't know.
I might have to stick it through.
We wouldn't even be working in the tunnel because we're women.
If I
That's
was a
true.
gentleman
I was a
working in those tunnels, would I stay? I
Probably
don't know.
not. I'd probably go sell newspapers. You know what I mean? Something like that. Get your extra. That was like the time, right? 1960?
I don't even know. 60s wasn't that long ago.
I thought you were talking about 1906 when it was
Yeah, but I'm talking about like.
first. Oh,
Oh, I guess, yeah. But
More recent?
Yeah, no, I guess you're right. Like 1913s, 1915s, they probably wouldn't have any really
Any
good
women.
jobs. Yeah, to. Oh, whatever. I don't know. Why do you think there's so many hauntings involving sound? Like, if you ever think about that, there's like a lot of hauntings, and it's more so sound than visual things. Do you think it's just the paranoia that gets to you? And like, is it easier for energy to create sounds rather than a visual thing?
Good question.
I think
that was a good question,
auditories,
right?
our auditory senses automatically want to fill the space with something. That's like when it's dead silent, you still hear like ringing or something. Your brain wants to fill the dead space with something. So you might just like imagine hearing it.
That's true.
That's true.
But I'm not saying it's not real. It could possibly be.
It is really weird though when it gets really quiet. All of a sudden, so we were at Anna's game on yesterday, and for some reason it was Yaya's game, and they were serving, and then for some reason everybody got quiet. The whole there's a ton of people there. The whole like auditorium or gym or whatever got quiet, and it was weird. And I was like, what the hell? And even the person behind me was like, whoa, it just got really silent. So I guess like when it is silent, it's very, it makes
Eerie.
your mind starts thinking. It's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like when your brain sees the inanimate objects and we just connect it to a face.
Yeah. True that.
Our brains
Thanks,
can't
Jesus,
handle
I'm
it.
toast.
So we're going to talk about the children beneath the dam.
No.
Yep.
Aw.
Every legend has a moment where fear turns personal. At Hales Bar, the moment came when people started hearing children. Soft voices, small footsteps, and laughter echoing through the corridors that had been sealed for decades.
How did the children get in there?
Just listen.
Okay.
Just listen. It wasn't that kind of sound you mistake for water or wind. It was playful and wrong. After the dam opened, dozen of families moved into company housing built along the river. Many brought their kids. Small towns meant no playgrounds, so the children would play by the river in the water while their parents worked at the turbines.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, when floods hit in the 1920s, several of those homes were washed away. No bodies were ever recovered, and locals say the river just took them and never gave them back.
The siren ate them.
Decades later, investigators started reporting the sounds of children giggling inside the subtunnels. They would hear the splash of small feet or see tiny wet handprints appearing on walls already coated in dust. One visitor said she heard a little boy say, "Can you help me find my mom?" Through a drain pipe, sorry.
Ooh, Pennywise.
Yep.
Oh.
When she called back, the voice came from behind her.
I ain't getting tricked.
Others have seen a ball bouncing down a hallway when no one was there to throw it. Some say the ball never touches the ground. It floats as if carried by the current of something invisible. Whether they're lost children of the flood or something else taken their shape, the phenomenon has become one of the dam's most disturbing mysteries. And the worst part is, the sound doesn't stop when you leave. Investigators say they still hear the soft laughter for days after, echoing in their cars, their homes, and even in their dreams. So, ladies, if you hear a child laughing in a place that's sealed off underwater, there's nowhere a child would appear. No, you wouldn't. We already discussed this. If
I'm out.
you wouldn't even help. You wouldn't even go see the baby.
Nope.
Never mind.
But like, good luck.
It could be like
Good luck, Tiny Tim.
there's so many spirits there, right? And like
Mhm.
a lot of them are probably
They're very tricky.
very, very tricky, very unfulfilled in life, and maybe their sadness has overcome them, and then they turned into a bad ghost. So now they're gonna kill anybody who tries to help them.
A bad ghost.
A bad ghost.
Yep.
If I turn into a ghost, I'm gonna chase everybody up the stairs at night.
See?
Do
Right
you
there.
do you guys think that it's possible that a spirit doesn't even realize that they're gone? That they're
Yes.
just, again, like you said, the echoes, like they're replaying that moment they died?
Yes, absolutely. I think that's a possibility.
What is the phenomenon called? Do you know what it is called?
Let's Google. Fact check.
Because I know according to Supernatural, there's different types of echoes. That's what I was getting at. Like there's
Like
echoes.
blood echoes
There's echoes
from-
that just replay just they do the same thing over and over again from like moments before they die. And then there's echoes that are like
residual haunting?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it
The
is.
phenomenon you're referring to is residual haunting.
Residual.
It occurs when the energy from a past event becomes embedded in a specific location, replaying itself over and over, much like a video stuck in an ending loop.
If I'm
endless
not
loop.
if I'm not mistaken, it's in one of those ghost hunter old people movies. The one that you like, that universe.
What?
Oh, The Conjuring?
Something like that. Wasn't there like one where like a residual of like them having a and the stuff was coming out of that person's mouth like a phantasmal thing?
Oh, that's The Haunting of Connecticut.
Okay. Yeah. I think that was like a
What?
residual
Yeah, I
I'm
haunting.
think
so
so.
confused.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think you've ever seen it. We had this conversation before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
'Cause
Because
there
it's
was
about
like
a
demon.
Like, yeah, there's like demon kind of work.
yeah, there's like a thing.
I don't think there's a demon, but it is kind of like that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyways, so the curse that wouldn't break. By the time the 1960s rolled around, or did I say this one? No, I did not. Yeah, by the 1960s rolled around, Hales Bar Dam was more than just a failing structure. It was an open wound the Tennessee Valley Authority had spent decades trying to seal. Again, they tried to fix all the cracks, reinforce the walls. No matter what they did, nothing seemed to help hold the water out.
Mm-hmm.
It was as if the water was making a point. You know, you could never cage me type stuff. Like, I'm the river, bitch. You know? Yeah. Locals started calling the dam the devil's doorstep. Even those who didn't believe in supernatural couldn't ignore math. Every time they patched one fissure, two more opened. Engineers described it as the concrete was expanding and contracting, like breathing again.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. The more government tried to fix it, or the more the government tried to fix things, it got worse. Entire sections would flood overnight for no reason. Workers swore they'd drain the tunnel completely, only to come back the next morning to find it full again with no water source in sight. They don't know how the water got in there. So in 1967, after decades of failure, the TVA, the Tennessee Valley Authority, gave up. The dam was permanently shut down and replaced by Nickajack Dam. Nickajack. I don't understand who came up with that name. A few miles downstream. So there was another dam. But even that didn't stop the stories. Locals said that the moment the old dam was closed, the air changed, birds went silent, the water turned black, and strange fog clung to the river for 3 days straight. People began to talk about the Chief Dragging Canoe's curse. According to Cherokee legend, he had warned settlers that any attempt to dam or divert the sacred river would bring eternal misfortune, not just to the land, but to anyone who disturbed it. And when you look at what followed, decades of death, failure, and unexplained phenomena, it's hard to wonder if that was, if he was just capping. That for all you old people like me, it means lying.
Why
Cap.
can't you just say lying then?
Because
He's trying to stay relevant.
I'm trying to be hip.
Hood.
6, 7.
No.
Okay. But yeah, it's hard to wonder if he was right. To this day, Cherokee elders still refuse to go near the dam site after sunset. They said that some things are meant to flow freely, and the Tennessee River has never forgiven those who tried to silence it. Yeah.
I
Interesting.
mean, water is so tricky, though.
Yeah.
It's like a life source, but also
Very
just like
deadly.
you could die so easily from water.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And just imagine like being so scared of the consequences of your actions of it, like the ghosts in a dam, that you just build a whole new dam thinking you can run away from it, but you can't.
Like,
That's
nope.
hilarious.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Do you guys think curses like that are literal, or do they take shape through the fear and tragedy that followed?
Both.
Yes, both.
Both.
Because it's the more you talk, it's like speaking it into existence.
Yeah.
Right. So if
Mhm.
you're like, oh, the river's gonna do something, like all these kids go missing, it's related. It's not. It's
Mhm.
just kids are really, they're just loosey goosey. They kind of just
Yeah.
do whatever they want if they're not being parented.
Loosey goosey.
Yeah.
Kids are loosey goosey.
They're loosey goosey if they're not being parented, and they'll run into a river and die because rivers are fast sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I never understood?
Tell me.
How could the river give like power? How does the wind give? I don't know how that works.
It's the motion. So motion, and then it stores up energy through the motion using like coils.
I'll be right back.
Like back in the day, right? So back in like the super day, like Hocus Pocus day, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have the big turn wheel with the water and it gives them power. But then they used candles. So I don't understand.
I don't work in hydroelectrics. I'm so sorry. I can't answer this.
I don't understand
I can't answer this
how it
question
works.
properly. But I do know it's due to continual motion and electricity just through wires.
I don't understand it. If
anyone understands hydroelectrics, please let us know. Send us a message. Send us a DM. Send us an email.
Because it does not make any sense.
Because I could Google it, but that doesn't explain it very well.
Yeah, it's not going to explain it to me how it works.
It'd be interesting to learn how dams work.
Yeah, like
even like the windmills that we have all over Eastern Washington. I'm just like,
how
does this create energy? Because then it's like wind doesn't make those move. Energy makes those move. But then how do you get the wind energy to help move the? It's all confusing to me.
I think the wind does make it move, which makes it turn into energy, which makes it turn into electricity.
There's moments when they're not moving. It's like set on a time frame. Like half the field will be moving, but half the field won't be moving.
Oh, I don't know.
It's like very confusing. I don't understand.
I don't understand it either. But it's like, how did it work back in the day, Hocus Pocus times? Because in Hocus Pocus they had a big one, remember? Mm-hmm. And I don't understand.
I don't know if that actually powered anything though.
Yeah.
What did that power?
I don't know. It didn't power anything in the movies because they still use candles.
Yeah, so I think it was just for
aesthetics. Maybe
like for the water that runs through them, it helped slow it down.
I don't know.
Maybe that's why they used them back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just always wondered.
Because they're not on big rivers. They're just like on little
like baby river. Yeah.
Like little rivers or creeks that run through towns or near towns. Unsure.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Okay, so we're going to talk about when the dam was decommissioned, that the river didn't return to peace. It's buried with its secrets, basically. The lower tunnels filled with black water that never fully drained, turning parts of Hales Bar into a half-submerged tomb. Divers who entered those areas later said that it felt like a swimming pool that was above a graveyard. Yeah, I don't know how you come up with that type of
That's terrible.
description.
Yeah, but that's scary.
It's a swimming pool above a graveyard, guys.
Yep. So, again, after 1967, the closure, the lower levels were left untouched for decades. Time and water warped the steel, coated the walls in a mineral residue. Because when water is old water, the sides become very slimy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It created a labyrinth of drowned corridors. Many assume that there were simply just structural ruins until investigators started noticing something else down there.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Equipment would malfunction only below a certain level, a certain depth. Mm-hmm. Lights flickered out the moment they crossed the water line. And sometimes just before failure, they'd see movement out there, like little...
like little
kids
feet
crawling along the wall.
and they would see this on their monitors too. So slow shapes gliding through the flooded halls. In the 1990s, a group of paranormal researchers obtained permission to dive into the flooded sections. What they brought back was chilling. They brought back video footage showed the camera light illuminating faces reflecting in the water.
Ooh, that's scary.
Yeah.
Can I see it?
I don't have it. I didn't pull it up. You could probably Google it. Not human faces though, but impressions, like something pressed against the other side of the surface watching back at you. So it was like,
that's creepy.
yeah.
That's creepy.
Crazy, right? Yeah. So they reported hearing muffled voices through the radio headsets, not electronic interference, like, where you hear static. And it was like full sentences. One diver swore he heard a woman whisper, "Don't leave us here."
No.
Yeah.
Yo.
Come back.
That reminds me.
Just move on.
This reminds me of, it was like 2 weeks ago when I was coming home from bowling. Remember, babe?
No.
I was driving home from bowling, and I heard voices in the back of my car.
You did not tell me this.
I did.
I don't remember it.
Listen, I was driving back.
Yeah,
I was driving
Okay,
back
got
2
it.
weeks ago from bowling, and it was like when Mom said she was watching the dogs for Dakota. Yeah, and so I'm driving home, and I start hearing fucking voices. I'm like, what the fuck? And this was at the bowling alley. And I'm like, what the hell is that? What is that? And then I'm like, I ignore it. Then I start driving. Then I hear it again, and I'm like, hold up. And I grab my jacket, and I had the walkie from Meadow still attached to my jacket.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was like they're talking. I'm like, hello?
Yeah.
And they're like, hello? I was like, what channel is this? Who is this? They're like, I think you're on the wrong channel. And I was like, are you such and such? And they're like, no. And it was like a lady who's like, hello? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to get off this.
Sometimes when you go onto the Williams with the walkie, you can get Walmart interference.
Yeah, and I stopped by on the way home, and I was like, yeah, I got to drop this off to you guys because I forgot it, and I was hearing some shit. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
I'd be so scared.
Yeah.
I already get scared at night because sometimes when the lights behind me shine into my back seat and I think I see something in the mirror, and I'm like,
Hey, we know how you are with the mirror and checking your car. So, the water in...
did you die?
Yeah.
That's what I said yesterday. I drove home yesterday in the dark.
Oh my God. It was the most...
Did you die?
So, I've only gotten really sick when you drove that one time. And I was like, I've never gotten car sick before. It was that night when you ran that light, and I was like...
Hey, look, I didn't get pulled over.
token when we were coming back
Yeah,
from
when we're
sleep
coming
I
token.
didn't get pulled over.
But
I didn't
was like,
find shit.
But, so, Geisha's driving. We're driving home.
I didn't want to get sick. I got car sick on the way
there. And all
there.
the lights were turned off. I don't know if you drove by Spanaway, the golf course.
No. There's
It was
no electricity.
so dark. You could
It's
not,
so
you
dark.
know where Jack in the
Yeah,
Box
yeah,
is. You could not see the lights above. So people were running past it, even though you're supposed to
Yeah.
stop. So
Yeah.
other cars were like, yeah, and I freaked out. I was like, stop, baby, stop. So she's like, why? And I was like, stop, fucking stop.
I stopped though.
Yeah, you did stop. But I was like freaking out because like you couldn't see.
Yeah,
see.
you couldn't.
And she's already a bad driver at night. She has really bad night vision.
Yeah,
So like,
I can't see.
and she has astigmatism. So like the lights are just,
Yeah, I do too.
and so the whole time she's like this. The steering wheel is the mic. So she's like holding it 2 hands, just fucking. And
I
I'm
gotta
like,
see the lines coming.
and I'm just making fun of her. And I'm like, babe. She's like, I'm watching, and she can never stop too because she can never see the line where to stop,
Yeah.
even with the lights on. And I'm like, babe,
can't
it's right
see the
there.
line.
And she wouldn't slowly stop. She like abruptly stops. And I'm like,
Because I
babe,
can only see it when I'm close.
Yeah, so I'm like, babe, can you just start slowing down when you're at a light so you could see it? It was a rough go, man. It was rough.
We saw someone who swerved off the road on our way home.
Oh,
yesterday.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It was like a car, like it looked like a ditch, so they like ran over the ditch. So they were like half on the road, half off, and then there was 2 big trucks that were trying to help them. So we had to like slowly drive around.
Yeah, there was
them.
an accident on our way there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was really bad. It
It's
was
like people
dark
just don't know how to
and
fucking
stormy.
drive in the rain, man.
All the stoplights weren't working.
Well,
pe-
and people like
They don't know how to use 4-way stops
if
too.
Yeah.
they just used the proper paint for the lines on the road, this wouldn't be a problem, Washington.
Yeah.
Swedish has glow in the dark ones, or is it
Exactly.
Netherlands? I don't know, but their lines glow in the dark.
We should have something like that because it's really
Yeah.
hard to see
That's
lines.
at least better reflective like
They should
paint on it.
Or those reflectors. They should
Yeah.
replace those with like longer ones or
Yeah.
something.
Because
Yeah.
it was a struggle last night.
Yeah, back to the scary stuff. Yeah, so the water inside the dam became infamous among locals, and they said it was hungry, that it consumed sound and light. And fishermen who cast too close reported feeling their lines were being pulled by something, like not snagged by a fish,
fucking
fucking
siren.
pulling them. And no matter how many times the dam floods and drains, the water is always
Empty.
it always returns darker, thicker, and colder than the rest of the river, as if it's like
cursed.
enveloping you.
It has to be some kind of like something that's just like already from the land. It can't just be all those people that passed away.
Yeah, maybe like a mineral
Because our
or
ghosts
some
always gonna be angry. Like they died
They're
on
jealous.
accident.
They're jealous of the living.
I don't know how that
Yeah,
works,
maybe.
I don't know either, but I'd be jealous.
but you would think scientifically that it could be like some sort of mud.
It
or
could have
something
a logical
like that.
explanation.
Yeah.
Or like what was it? More salt makes you float more, so less salt makes you sink. Or how does that work, or something?
Yeah.
Salt is very dense. Like if you go swimming.
No, you could float more when it's more salt.
You're definitely gonna die faster in salt water.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, isn't there a place?
It's harder to swim in salt water.
Yeah, but there's a place where it's like so dense in salt, your body just floats.
I don't
forget
know.
where.
I don't know. But in Hawaii, it's fucking hard to swim. It's very hard to swim.
You get yeah. I would assume
Not in
it's
the
harder
ocean
you
because
get
the ocean,
tired faster.
yeah, not in the ocean because the ocean is pretty easy to swim in. But there's this falls. I think it's either Rainbow Falls or Akaka Falls that we went to, and we were cliff diving. And once you get in the water, it was so hard to swim. It took so much energy.
So it's called the Dead Sea.
Oh yeah,
And yeah,
because it's so salty.
yeah, it's very salty, and it says, like the dense salt within the Dead Sea allows the body to float effortlessly because the high concentration and dissolved salt makes the water denser than the human body. So you float.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You did say it was dense.
You did say it was dense.
It's hard to swim in.
Yeah. I guess that's probably why you float. Yeah. I guess that would make sense if
I
it's-
don't remember if it was easy to float or not. I just remember like
I
I
mean-
jumped in and I was like, fuck, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out.
Okay. So investigators who wouldn't return by the early 2000s. So we're just 20 years ago, 20 fucking years ago. We're so old.
We're old as dirt right now.
By the early 2000s, curiosity had replaced caution. Ghost hunting teams, thrill seekers, and documentarians began descending into the ruins of Hales Bar Dam. They came armed with cameras, EMFs, and bravado. But few left with something heavier than footage. The site had become a magnet of paranormal television and independent research groups. Most expected a couple of creaks, a whisper or two, maybe a stray bat or some cats running around making some noises. But what they found was worse. Their equipment started failing in perfect synchronization. Radio spitting static. I was going to say radio spitting facts, but that formed words, and batteries drain in seconds. Even brand new packs straight from sealed cases would just drain in like seconds. In 2004, one of the investigators was trapped when a rusted door slammed behind him.
Ooh.
The hinges hadn't worked in years, but the latch dropped cleanly into place. He swore he felt a hand press against his back right before it shut. Another crew captured a thermal image that showed 5 distinct heat signatures in a corridor where only 3 people were present. The 2 extra shaped lingered like behind them for a minute and then faded into the wall. Some teams refuse to speak publicly about what happened down there, and I think it's because they're bitches. If you catch some shit, you're gonna say some shit.
Yeah.
So obviously some stuff didn't happen, but these are what they said. One lead investigator reported destroyed every tape from his final session.
Why?
Because he said it followed him home.
I guess that could happen.
Yeah.
He's the only one though that said it followed him home.
Well, it says one lead investigator reportedly destroyed every tape from his final session because
Did that fix it?
No, because they're in this tape in his final session. It only said it followed me home. I don't know.
I'm confused.
Fascinating.
I think he destroyed them because he said it followed them home. Yeah, it's just worded weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense to if you feel, but like you're the only one who's ever said something followed them home. Isn't that a little sus?
Yeah, are you just doing this for the clout?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck boy.
And you don't have any proof?
I'd be questioning it.
To this day, there's a quiet rule among returning researchers. You never go alone, and you never stay past midnight. Motherfucker, in the first place, why would you go anywhere alone in the darkness where you've never been and in a freaking deep, abandoned dam? Yeah, that's the stupidest white person thing ever. And I bet you motherfucking money they're white. I bet you they're white. This is why we always get called stupid. It's just stupid white people things. And when you say stupid white people things, people know already what the fuck you're talking about. It's like, I'm the stupid white people things.
It's true.
It is true. So if your equipment, if your equipment started showing figures that weren't in the room, would you keep filming or pack it up right there
I wouldn't
with your equipment?
be there in the first place. Me and water don't mix well.
Are you a good swimmer?
I can swim.
Yeah.
I just don't like I don't like water I can't see the bottom of.
That makes sense. The ocean's scary.
Yeah.
I just get
Damon is scared of the ocean.
It's dark down there, and there's water. It's probably stagnant. You don't know if it's clean. It'll probably kill you.
Yeah.
The ocean is actually very clean. I mean, if you think about it, there's 80% of it is just ocean. So it has a long way to mix.
You know,
In the dam, though, would it be mixing?
Oh, the dam, no. But I'm just saying the ocean in general.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm imagining water is in the dam, not like outside the dam, you know?
Oh,
I'm
I'm-
imagining it in the dam.
I'm thinking about the ocean
Oh.
for some reason.
You know, I'm thinking about this is off topic. They were talking about like when you dive out of a plane or your plane's crashing and it's not safe to land in water because
I'd rather land in water than on the
but
fucking land.
they say your body the water won't compress, so it's gonna hit hard.
I feel like
I think ground will hit hard, too.
Yeah. I
So-
feel like you have a higher probability of land. Like if you land correctly into the water,
because you don't want to go straight.
No, you want to go straight.
No,
I guarantee
Not
you,
like
it's
straight,
better
like
to go
land.
straight.
Land.
You want to go.
Yeah,
feet
you want to.
first.
No, you want to glide.
He's talking about the plane. He's talking about the plane. Not
Oh, I'm
you
talking
jumping
about
in
me.
water.
No,
Coming
I'm
out
talking
of the
about you.
plane.
No, I'm talking about you jumping out of the plane.
Yeah,
you
think
want to
it-
land like you're
Let's ask
hovering
ChatGPT.
towards like
How
you're landing.
would you live?
okay.
You don't want to go straight because it says it's
Landing
gonna hit. I don't
in
know,
the
man. That's what I read.
ocean.
I know when divers,
From
like
a
when
plane.
high divers jump,
Yeah.
you want to land with your toes pointed because
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
less
'cause it'll
surface
break,
area.
Yeah, it'll break your.
You
feet.
want to glide in
No,
nicely.
it breaks the water easier than
Yeah.
like a flat surface. So
You-
you're not hitting it straight on, you're hitting it with like an angle.
Yeah.
So it's separating
That's what
the
I was
water
saying.
molecules.
Okay.
Like
easier
you
for
want to you want to land feet first, toes
Mm-hmm.
pointed, body tight, like
Yeah.
arms crossed, neck tuck,
Okay.
and you just want to poop right in.
Poop. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like imagine Olympic divers.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just
Okay. All right.
I thought you were talking about in the plane, so I was like, oh.
No,
Alright,
like
well,
you
we'll-
Plane would be
yourself.
better.
We'll
Just-
see. We'll see who survives the next time something
You're definitely
happens.
breaking something. You're not.
Yeah, I
you're-
mean it's gonna hurt.
You're
but
not unscathed, but you're
Could you
probably
imagine
alive.
like going like straight into the water? The water's gonna rush up your nose. You better.
yeah, you like tuck, plug,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tuck, plug, and. No,
and roll it out.
that doesn't sound good, but that's what you gotta do.
But at the same time, if you land on land, you're just dead. There's no way you're
Okay,
gonna
let's
survive.
get back into it.
Anyways.
Let's get back. We're reeling it back because I was about to start talking about the colonoscopy. We gotta reel it back. All right. So you think shutting down the power would silence the ghosts? Ghosts.
Ghostesses?
But Hales Bar never went dark. Never really. Even when the turbines rusted, control panels stripped bare, the dam still hums. No electricity, no power, no machines. Just that low, steady vibration deep in the concrete, like a heartbeat.
Maybe it's the earth.
After the TVA abandoned in the late 60s, Hales Bar was supposed to fade into history. But over time, the place refused to stay still. The air would tremble, windows would shatter without impact. Fishermen anchored nearby said the water would ripple. And into this day, the dam was still trying to keep running. People who lived near the site today swear, again, the lights just flicker on and off at night. Long after all the wiring was removed, travelers on the nearby highway have said they've seen the interior glowing as if it's powered on. Visitors who entered the dam say they feel it before they hear it. The vibration runs through their boots up to the legs. So maybe it is the earth.
The earth.
Yep.
That's what I
maybe.
said, and then you laughed at me, and then no, it's the
No, I
earth.
didn't laugh at you. I just continued with my speech of the earth. During one investigation, a camera recorded the faint sound of water running, except every tunnel was dry. When the audio was enhanced, the sound wasn't water at all. It was a voice, slow, rhythmic, mechanically. saying, "Still working."
That's a bunch. I can't. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe that either. Paranormal teams, though, they say activity peaks around 3:07 a.m. It's always around 3
It's
o'clock.
always around 3.
Always the same time.
3:06,
Yeah.
3:07.
They call it the dam's shift change. Yeah, I guess that's their cool thing they came up with, guys.
Fascinating.
So, the water reflects truth, but Hales Bar, it reflects faces that don't belong to the living. Visitors that have been there reported seeing pale outlines staring back at them from the surface. Not just ripples, not illusion, but full, distinct faces showing up through the black water, which is kind of terrifying. Like it's a mirror, pushing back.
Mm-hmm.
After the dam's closure, the tunnel's filled with stagnant pools that have remained untouched in decades. When the lights hit just right, the surface looks like glass. Paranormal investigators often shine flashlights down there for atmosphere.
Yeah.
But what shines back to them is unnerving. In 2011, a film team creating a web documentary caught something that still divides the paranormal community. Their footage shows a reflection in one of the flooded chambers, not just light or distortion, but a distinct human-like shape rising beneath the surface.
Fucking siren.
The water shifted as if something massive moved below it and then went still. A steel frame shows what looks like a face pressed against the water of the underside of the water. Sorry, I'm fucking. Eyes open, mouth parted. When enhanced, you can make out what looks like bubbles coming from inside the reflection. Locals claimed it was one of the workers who died during the original construction. Obviously, people are just going to say some shit like that. Trapped forever beneath the dam, still trying to reach the surface. Some say if you stare too long into the water, you'll see your own reflection change, slowly taking on the features of someone else, which that's terrifying. To this day, no one has ever been able to explain what was captured. The footage has no visual glitches, no reflection from above, and no environmental explanation. Just a face waiting in the dark.
Can I see it? I want to see it.
Yeah, I didn't pull it up. But yeah, I mean, you could look it up after this. The screams in the stone, ladies. Or do you want me to ask a question? Do you think that the water acts as a veil, a mirror between worlds and whatever's trapped beneath it?
Good question.
Yes?
I never thought of that.
Think about that.
No.
Okay.
I feel like a mirror is more than the water. But at the same time, the water is a reflection too.
I like how you're like, I need to think about that. No.
I don't know.
What about you?
I was literally thinking this while you were talking. Because I was like, what's the difference between a mirror and water that is so reflective that it's like a mirror?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because my train of thought went, are people just saying this about the water because there is the myth about mirrors? So they're like connecting dots where there aren't any dots.
Yeah, or maybe they don't even think about that, and it's just maybe it is like maybe a reflection is what.
Yeah, maybe it's just a reflection is all that it needs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's what I was thinking about too.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. It's the same thing. Could be.
I guess so. It makes sense, right? Like you said, all it takes is a reflection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whether it's glass, a mirror,
Well, you're not
water.
Well, then that leads me to ask: when people pass away in houses, why do you only cover mirrors and not cover like windows or cover?
Well, because they say the water looked like a mirror, so maybe it has to be that.
Well, windows are reflective if you look at it in a certain way.
Well, I'm assuming that it's like more like
maybe it needs like a border.
Pungent black water that looks like a mirror. You know what I mean? Like patina.
Maybe it needs like a border. It can't just be a big vast water.
Well, that's what they're saying is water.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
that's what they're saying.
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's so many. I have so many questions.
Yeah.
When it comes to water,
I think we found out. I think we just cracked the case. Yep. So, in a place built to hold back water, there's one chamber that was never finished, a space behind sealed concrete where the blueprints stop cold. Locals called it the unfinished room. Right?
Real
original. Get a load of these guys. All right? Get a load of these guys. Though no one knows what it was meant for. Storage, control, or something that shouldn't have been built at all. I think they're just being speculation right there. I mean, it was probably just another room they were going to make. According to the TVA records, though, construction on the southern wing halted abruptly after repeated collapses. Crews poured a new foundation, but every time they poured the new foundations, it ended the same way. It was like freshly set concrete. It started cracking overnight, like something pushing from the inside. Eventually, the engineers just gave up and sealed the passage. For decades, the section remained untouched. When investigators rediscovered it in the early 2000s, they found that the walls were covered in hand-sized impressions, not carved, but pressed as if fingers had reached through the cement. So, yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Kind of creepy.
Inside, there's no machinery, no evidence of equipment ever installed in this room. Just one rusted chair facing a wall that seeps moisture even in the summer heat. Electronic devices fell instantly inside this room, and cameras shut off. Flashlights dim. One investigator described it as it's like the room eats light. So that's kind of creepy.
That is kind of creepy.
Some believe that the unfinished room is the epicenter of everything. The river's heartbeat, sealed behind human walls. Others think that it's the dam's first victims were entombed there, and the structure simply refused to forget. There's just a lot of speculation of what people think. Obviously, when bad things happen, you're just going to start saying, well, I heard that, 15 babies were blah, blah,
It's fascinating that they speculated so they said that they sealed it off, but that it kept cracking, so it's like structurally not sound, right? What if it's structurally not sound in a dam, which sounds like insane to leave, even though it's closed up? Why would you not just fill it all up with concrete?
Yeah.
Why would you leave it? If it's structurally sound now, you sealing it off doesn't make it less structurally sound. Like
Azzillee's the rock expert, so I'm listening.
no, I'm just. It sounds crazy to me because it's like, they just sealed it off. Yeah, what if the water breaks through there still? Like, what's gonna happen?
And what's crazy is like they found it in the 2000s, and this shit was made in like the 1907, right? 1905 when they started it, or 1917s or whatever. How are you just going to come up with an explanation? Like, this is why.
Yeah.
Bitch, that was 90 years ago, and you're just...
I know you're just saying something now to make it sound scarier.
Just
It's already scary. You don't have to make it scarier.
It's already fucking creepy, dude. People have really died there. We don't need your stupid ass. Oh, well, the light is eaten.
Hands crawling through the wall. Look, I'm already terrified just thinking about this place. You don't have to make it scarier.
Yeah, for real. So every haunting has a message. At Hales Bar, the message was never subtle. For more than a century, the river has been trying to tell everyone who listens that it isn't done. That what was buried there still breathes, still waits beneath the current. Since the dam's closure, dozens of strange incidents have happened near its remains. Boats drifting off course, compasses spinning uncontrollably, and even full-power blackouts affecting nearby towns. Each time, the same thing follows. A low vibration rolling across the surface of the river, like a thunderstorm with no storm.
Interesting.
Yeah. In 2015, a group of kayakers filmed what looked like small whirlpools forming upstream the dam, like up the stream of the dam, and the water swirled counterclockwise, glowing faintly red under the lights. A few seconds later, one of them capsized without warning. His friends pulled him out, shaking but unhurt. When asked what was happening, he just said, "The river pulled me under like it had hands." These guys were high out of their mind. They were on some sort of drug. You have to be. It's like seeing the Mothman travel 100 miles after behind you. They were on some drugs.
Yeah, you had like... I understand whirlpools.
Yeah.
That could happen. Maybe there's like a crack somewhere in the dam, so like water is leaking somewhere, so it's just creating a whirlpool. I don't know how whirlpools work. Sorry if that's not how that could happen.
No, I was just like,
But
you
to
know
me-
what you're talking about.
No,
It's
there's
weird.
somebody underneath going like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, like that. But like glowing, that's where
Yeah.
I'm drawing the
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Once they drawing that line.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're accurate right now.
Yeah. Locals began calling these moments, though, the river's warnings. The phenomenon happens just before major storms, but sometimes it appears on a clear night. So apparently it just appears whenever it wants to appear, because you can't just say this and then just say that.
There has to be something that links them all to the same phenomenon. You
Yeah.
can't just be like, oh, it just randomly appeared here. It just randomly appeared
They
here.
say-
What's causing it?
They say it's when the moon reflects perfectly on the surface and
Oh
the
my
wind is
goodness.
still as dead. Or dead still, sorry, not as dead, but yeah. Some paranormal researchers believe it's electromagnetic, a kind of energy discharge left behind decades of hydroelectric stress. Others insist that it's something older, something that never wanted the river to be tamed in the first place. Kind of like, what the Cherokee person said. Cherokee elders say it's best that the water remembers the sound of suffering. Maybe the river isn't haunting anyone. Maybe it's just reminding us, reminding us that progress has a cost, and sometimes that cost is never paid in full. Yeah. If a place like this warned you to stay away, with every whisper and every current and every echo, would you listen? I believe, yes, the fuck I would.
Yeah, I would never go in the dam. I
Yeah.
would maybe stay outside, like near the river, because I want to see these lit up whirlpools.
Yeah.
These lit up red whirlpools.
I'm not getting in the
Whirlpools.
water. I'll be from the edge.
Yeah.
I just let me see it.
Yeah, I just want to see if it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there little Harry Potter fish people down there?
Oh,
pulling
yeah.
people
Who
down? Do you think it's the way nature has a way of haunting us when we take too much?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's always.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think nature is a force not to be reckoned with.
Yeah. Nature is nature.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So for my final segment, when you stand on the edge of the Tennessee River at night, the air feels heavy. The dam looms behind you, silent, broken, but somehow still alive. You can almost hear it breathing, the faint hum in the distant like turbines that never stop turning. And if you stay long enough, you start to notice the silence isn't really silent at all. It's low, whispers, rhythmic, almost like words. More than 100 years later, or more than 100 years have passed since the first stone was laid, Hales Bar still refuses to fade into memory. I feel like that's how anything is that has a bad past. It's not just going to disappear. The river runs on, but the patch of water never feels quite right. It's always colder, always darker, and deeper than everything else. Every generation adds another story. As I said, how are you going to say all this stuff 90 years later? New witnesses swear they heard laughter of children in the tunnels, and then all of a sudden, this is what happened. Or they saw a face ripple beneath the surface, or felt a cold hand grab them and pull them down and say the river has hands. I mean, people will just always speculate or add something to make their story sound crazy.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I need Geisha to go to these places, because then if she's like, I actually saw it, I'll be like, all right, I believe you.
Yeah. She'll be like, well, logically.
And then if she's
Logically.
like, yeah, I didn't see anything, I'll be like, I knew it.
Yeah. I mean, logically, you shouldn't have been driving last night, but here we are.
Here we are. But did,
Did
you
you
die?
Oh, my God.
Exactly. And the whole magnetic field thing kind of makes sense.
I mean,
Just saying.
isn't there, what is that, the border where they say, like, a lot of things happen?
The veil.
The Bermuda Triangle, and how it's, like, on, like,
Oh,
the equilibrium. What do they call it?
The equator?
Is it the
No.
equator where there's, like, a lot of magnetic crap? I don't know.
the magnetic field of the Earth.
Maybe like tectonic plates or
like the
something?
lines,
Yeah.
the whatever. I don't know.
Oh, the ley lines.
The ley lines.
the ley
yeah,
lines,
that's
yeah.
what I'm thinking. Some say Hales Bar is cursed. Others say it's haunted by the weight of what it was built on, sacred ground that was never meant to be buried. But maybe it's both. Maybe what people are hearing isn't anger, but a warning, a message echoing through the stone and the water. Remember what you took. Every creak, every flicker, every scream. Maybe it's not the dead calling out. Maybe it's the land itself speaking through what we built on it to control it, basically. And that's what makes haunting of Hales Bar Dam so different. It's not just a ghost. It's not just a scary, spooky story. It's a conversation between the living and everything they've tried to silence. Because it's, in the end, the river always finds its voice again. I don't know how that works, but,
This, I just got the feeling that this reminds me of Holes. When the teacher dies, she like curses the land and all the descendants, and so the river dries up, and then everybody in his family, bad luck happens too.
Yeah.
That's just what it reminded me of.
Or is it because you know how the chief made the curse? So
Mhm.
is it the land or is it the curse that gave the land its juice?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a great question, actually.
I wonder if there's any Native Americans that listen to this podcast. Like, because for some reason we got a lot of traction and comments on when I was talking about skinwalkers.
Mm-hmm.
Because
They
don't say the
There's
F word.
so much
No, they don't say the
history.
W word.
Oh, the wind one?
Wendigos.
Don't say it.
Yeah, but yeah, a lot of them commented on it, and it
Native
was kind of
American
crazy.
history is very fascinating.
It's very
because
deep.
It's all rooted in like history and like the earth and crazy stuff, and it's like honestly good, pretty
And their
believable.
stories, yeah,
It is. I believe it.
So if any Cherokee descendants listen to this and have heard about the Tennessee Valley, I would love to hear your comments on this or read your comments on this and what you guys know. It would be great to hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, so maybe we'll never know what truly haunts Hales Bar, spirits, echoes, or guilt itself. But one thing's certain, the river isn't done talking, and every time it rises, every time it hums through that broken dam, it's whispering a story we're too afraid to hear.
Reminds me of the Pocahontas song.
God, shut up.
Doesn't she say how does it go? Doesn't she talk about like the trees talking and the river singing?
Are you thinking about the song?
Yeah, that's what I
Yes.
just said, the song.
Oh,
This is,
I can't remember the words, but I feel like she sings about like the trees and the river.
colors of the wind.
Yeah.
oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
But you guys have anything
Everything
else?
has a spirit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you guys think that hauntings like this are warnings, like echoes meant to remind us of what happens when we don't listen to the past?
I think it's a warning. I don't think if like say this chief really did put a curse on this land, it's not like he was like
Intently trying to hurt people.
No, he's like warning you.
Don't do that shit.
Like the chief is warning you, like this is not a good place to do this, and if
Yeah.
you don't listen, like this is the consequences of your actions.
That's on you.
Unfortunately, a lot of people had to pass away because of it.
Yeah, they fucked around and
Yeah.
found out.
Yep.
And if the dead could speak through the places we built, what do you think they would say to us now?
Next
hate
time,
you all.
listen.
Next time, listen. Like, yeah, I wasn't getting paid enough. But yeah, that's all I got, guys. Keep grinding those levels and finishing those side quests. Until next time.
As always, this has been Co-op Chronicles with Pint-Sized Geisha, Blacklabel, and me, Azzilee.
Bye. Doo-doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
Bitch.
We gather round the mic, tales of knights and dice, gaming worlds collide, hobbies come alive. Azzilee and Geisha chat, Blacklabel's where it's at. Movies and stories told, secrets to unfold. Co-op Chronicles.